This Earth of yours will be reduced to a burned-out cinder.
Real wrath of God type stuff.
Biblical.
No, not yet.
Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room.
I came here to give you these facts.
Dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria.
We're going to live on. Today, we celebrate.
Flabbergasted by the Audacity.
Mother Nature needs to get her shit together.
Oh.
What the fuck was that yesterday? -1.
That was hilarious.
It was snowing.
I know.
That's some bullshit.
I was out in that shit.
I'm sorry for that. Welcome to Flabbergasted by Audacity. I'm Jamal.
And I'm Patrick.
Welcome back to this week's episode. How you feeling?
Feeling good.
Feeling good?
Like I should.
You have good words of wisdom this time, or gonna be depressing?
You know me.
It's gonna be bad. Okay, alright. Hit me with it. I'll let you have it this time.
You ever be like in the zone at your job? You're like, I'm fucking killing this shit. And then your boss comes up and you're like, he's gonna like pat me on the back and be like, you're great. Here's a raise, right?
Yeah.
And then like the exact opposite happens. Turns out you've been doing everything wrong for the past 45 minutes and you kind of screwed everything over. And
nice.
Set back the whole building project by like a few hours.
Damn, good job, buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
Good
So,
job.
This week's words of wisdom are just try to hold it together.
And like follow the instructions correctly. What happened? Like was it like you just read it wrong or?
No, we're supposed to break something, but we broke the wrong thing.
I feel like that's a very common occurrence. I would feel.
How there was no way for us to know because the way it's set up, it's a ramp, right? It's a big cement ramp.
Yeah.
Don't know what's gonna go there exactly. It looks terrible, so I hope it's not like aesthetic.
Okay. Probably not.
And anyways, because you need to get a specific shape, right, for what you want.
Yeah.
But in order to get that shape, you need to have pieces that
fit,
block the concrete from forming there.
Okay.
So you need to take those pieces out when it's dried.
Yeah.
Now, from what I understood was you had to break the top part, which is cement, to get to the pieces you're supposed to take out.
Mm-hmm.
So we started breaking that with a chisel,
mm-hmm.
an electric chisel.
Yeah.
It's a pretty fucking heavy tool.
Yeah.
I'm sure, not even, it's Jamal did the classic jackhammer move. While it technically does have that function, it's handheld, right? You hold it like an LMG.
Oh god, okay, alright.
And after a while, I think it gets super fucking heavy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're breaking this cement, right? And we're like, this is taking a really long time. And sure they want us to do this? I'm like, they would have told us. If not, we've been doing it right in front of them. Because when you're new,
they want to see.
They assign you with
a veteran.
Yeah, seniors essentially.
Seniors,
a veteran, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was like, this is what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know, no one's stopping us.
Yeah, not yet.
The boss comes, what the fuck are you doing? That's all finished. You're just supposed to take out the blocks underneath. And he lost his shit. And I felt so bad because he was having such a good day until that part. So we destroyed approximately 6 feet of finished concrete where you weren't supposed to touch. So that's but 6 out of 12, only half.
Okay.
But it's double-sided, so technically only a quarter.
So this is making it work for you.
Yeah. So
okay.
we added some work to do tomorrow. It's
gonna
be a great Friday. I can't wait.
Oh boy! Wow.
Yeah. So how are you doing?
I'm great.
You're great.
Compared to your week, I don't think
okay.
I can really compete.
This is why I appreciate it. You can only get raises, not deductions.
I will say the only thing that happened to me this week. Well, I had a really annoying thing of soccer that I had to sit through for 2.5 hours of information that I already basically
Oh, it's
knew.
one of those where you just at
like
the very
info
end,
sessions, yeah.
You're just like, this could have been an email.
It legit could have been a PowerPoint that was sent to us. What I love though, and this is where it's like, I like it's just fluid sometimes. Or
like gender fluid?
Not gender fluid, but just like it's very bendable, like the rules sometimes, because. My boss writes, he goes, he sent like that email. But the thing was that they sent the email at the beginning of May, and they wanted it to, like yesterday and the day before that. And I'm going, okay, what happens if I'm on vacation, if I'm not here? Like you just can't plant that. I expect me to move everything out of my way to do this. You know, like it's 2 hours and it's at 6:30. Like it's at prime time. So I was like, you're kind of in the way of things, you know. So he said the only exception would be the U16 girls who had a game on Tuesday. That game got canceled because of the rain. This is what I find so funny, is that half of those girls that were playing are coaches. So I'm thinking, okay, if the game is canceled, they're all going to come to the coaching thing. None of them came. So I'm going, so you can come to the game, We could have come to the coaching thing. It's at the same time, right?
But was this thing optional or?
Well, he said it was mandatory if you wanted to get paid this summer. I want to get paid. So I'm like, I'm going to go. So that means I'm going. So that means they shouldn't get paid. And he's like, well, I'm going to send an email. I'm like, so is it mandatory or mandatory kinda? Because right now it's looking like a mandatory kinda.
He wasted 2.5 hours of your life.
That's what, so I
You're
got home.
Be on your deathbed thinking, man, those 2.5 hours.
Could have lived those. So then the next day, he sent like this long email, like, oh, like I do this for you guys. Like it was really sucky that there's not a lot of other people in attendance. So I'm thinking, okay, was that email? Even the two bosses underneath him were kind of busting their ass, thinking, okay, they're gonna show up. 2 more people showed up. That's it. I was like, bro. So
Whoa.
then he fixed it. He put me to my ears. He was like, you're gonna be compensated for being here and yesterday. So I get paid $60. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything because 2.5 hours, so 30. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm like, we're cool, no problem. That's great. I'll take that. So
That's minimum wage.
well, yeah. Well, at soccer, it's minimum for that. It's minimum wage.
Oh, right.
Like for like when I finish my season, I have 2 teams, so it's close to like 1,500.
You have 2 teams?
Yeah, but
You ever just make them fight each other for the fun of it?
Yeah, I want to have 14-year-olds fight 35-year-olds.
That would be awesome.
They're not good. 14-year-olds are done.
Okay, you give the 35-year-olds a handicap. Oh no.
No, you get the 14-year-olds.
Yeah, they have more energy and all that.
No, you get to give them a weapon or
They're
something.
ruthless. Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
How many 14-year-olds do you think you take out before you get taken down?
It's not like a question, right? It's like how many like 4th grade
It's
can
like,
you take
were
down?
there like no limits on society rules? You could just like attack them.
14-year-olds, it would be kind of tough. I'm not gonna lie, because they're a bit bigger. But like 6-year-olds and under, like I'm stomping them. Like I'm getting to like at least like 60 before like I get tired.
Yeah.
Or 6, like one punch to the face, they're sitting down.
You telling me that just reminds me of this news story. This perfect segue.
Oh
right?
yeah, okay, nice, all right.
So man abducts a child, right?
Yeah.
He sexually assaults her, and she's only 6, right? So he just like he twists her head and breaks her neck and just leaves her on the side of the road.
Oh, so he sexually assaulted her and then killed her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's better.
Okay.
Yeah. So you telling me this? Like you don't just stomp 6-year-olds? You know? Was it you?
No. You know what though? I did witness a crime actually this week.
Really?
I was thinking that you know me. I love telling stories, so it was really hard for me to hold this in, but I wanted to wait till the podcast.
I appreciate that.
For the whole 4 people to hear.
Yeah. 5, thank you.
5 now, nice.
5.
So then I was coming home from coaching soccer, and I have for those who don't know, I have a park at the end of my street.
Jamal's had sex in this park.
I wish.
You haven't? I
No.
thought you did.
At the park? No.
It's on your bucket list now.
I wish. This should be. There's too many people though. And it's very busy all the time. Like I convinced people who play basketball there don't have lives. They're there like all the time.
All
like,
the
I don't
time.
get it. So there was like a group of kids, roughly I would say 14, 15 years
kids
old.
14. That's the ones we want to fight. There you go.
They were, but they were like on the other side of the like they were on the other side of the street, like near like the houses for some reason.
Were they making noise and you wanted to call the cops on them?
No. And they're like about like 8 of them huddled like together, like they're all like really close. And there's one black guy that was a bit older. I would say like maybe 18, 19 years old, like standing like looking at them, right? So I kind of slowed down because they were kind of in the middle of the street. So I don't want to hit anyone. And I just kind of like rolled down my window because I can see that they were talking to each other. And I can hear the girl saying in French, go away, you're making me uncomfortable. I was like, what the fuck's going on? So, from where my house is, if I park my car, I can see them.
So you just
So I
sneak out?
parked my car and I kind of like stood in my driveway. And there's like my neighbors are outside.
That's like the whitest dad move I've ever heard.
And the neighbors outside, there's a woman like in like her Mazda that's outside. So, the black guy starts to walk away. But then he comes back and fucking jumps one of the kids in like one of the kids in like a gray hoodie. I don't know if the kid was either in shock, but he did not put up a fight like at all. Like the guy just kind of like let him like manhandle him, and the guy was knocking him. Like it wasn't like this. It was full on punch like to the fucking temple. Like I was hitting like a good 3 or 4 shots. His friend comes in, takes the black guy, throws him on the floor, starts punching him. So I walk up to the woman in the Mazda, cause I'm thinking I'm gonna have to jump in here because I'm going. If he beats him, I'm going in next, like for sure.
Jamal in a fight?
So,
oh my god.
So then I'm going. Okay. So then the second guy actually is able to pin him down, and I asked the woman, "Did you call the cops?" He goes, "I called 3 times. None of them have showed up yet. I'm like, of course, fucking when we need them, they're not going to be here. So I tell my mom to go call the cops. She does. And then the black guy's holding the other guy down, and he goes, the guy who assaulted the other kid is desperately trying to get up and leave right now. Like, he does not want the cops to show up.
Mistakes were made.
Because I wasn't even fighting. The whole time the guy's holding him down, he's moving his arms. He's trying to tire him out whatever which way he can, basically. So, when I asked one of the kids, I said, what's going on? He goes, this guy's been following us for like the last 30 minutes from like this baseball field, and he keeps asking the girls what their name is, how old they are, this stuff. One girl said that he's been stalking her for like a week now. So I was like, okay, so the guy's just fucked up, basically.
It could be a sex trafficker.
Could be someone who wants to fuck this kid, basically, because the guy looks older than the kids in question. So when the cops showed up, I had to give my side of the story, because I'm thinking if he goes to court or they press charges, he could say, oh, they aggravated me or they taunted me. I'm like, no, they didn't taunt you. They asked you to go away and you assaulted them. Like, I saw that part. So that's the crime that I witnessed today, basically, on my street, which is rare. Not a lot of stuff happens on my street, so it's kind of entertaining. I went back into my house and I said, oh, that's enough neighborhood watch for one day.
Yeah, so like an act of violence happened like 30 seconds away from your front door.
Basically, yeah. I was like, all right, this neighborhood's
How
unsafe.
safe do you feel?
Yeah, exactly, right? Your neighborhood's unsafe. But I want to go into my sports corner because there's a question I want to ask you at the end of the sports corner.
Okay.
So the Toronto Maple Leafs have finally lost.
They're out?
They're out. They
I
lost to
was
the
really
Florida
hoping-
Panthers.
You know, I don't like sports, but I was actually getting really like enticed by this like...
This like comeback story?
Exactly.
Yeah, no, they did terrible.
Okay.
What's so funny is, and this is why I hate Toronto. This is why I hate Toronto fans, is that there was a goal in the last game that they played that got overturned. Because basically what that means is that...
I like how you knew.
Yeah. So basically what happens is that the guy comes in, he thought he scored. He thought the puck went in, but it's hard to see because the game's fast. Hockey is
Game's fast, the net's tiny, and the goalie's covered in pads.
And the puck's even smaller,
Yeah.
you know? So it's like... So the referee couldn't really see if the puck went in. So they have cameras. They have tons of cameras. They have a camera in the net, have a camera facing down from the net to see, like...
It's camera in your ass, yeah.
What? Where? No. So it's like, you know, to see, like, yo, like, you know, let's make sure the puck goes in. You could clearly, to their credit, there's one scene you could clearly see, because the puck has to completely cross the line for it to be cool. If just a little bit of it is not crossed the line, it will not count. Right? It will
has
be
to be the whole thing or nothing.
The whole thing or
Okay.
nothing, right? So there's one angle where you can almost say it's in the... It'd be really hard because the angle is straight. It's not above, so you can't really see the line clearly. But that goal got overturned. Now, this is the stupid part. The guy who scored the goal, he was so confident that he scored, he just kind of ran away and just kind of celebrated. Yeah. But if he would have stayed at the net and tried to shove it in, he probably would have got a confirmed goal, right? Needless to say, they lost the game because of that goal. Because
they lost by one?
Because they scored, they tied it up at the third period,
yeah.
And then they lost in overtime. But they would have scored that goal and then scored the other goal. Like, the game would have continued the way it would have been 3-2, basically. And Toronto would have won. They went back to Florida, and who knows what would have happened.
So it's all this guy's fault.
So what they're saying is, no, it's not this guy's fault. They're saying, oh, the Leafs didn't actually lose. They lost to the referees. I'm like, guys, you lost the first 3 games. Like, what happened in the first 3 games, huh?
What did you think were going to happen?
Like, I was going... So, what I hate about Toronto is that every year they make an excuse on why they didn't win. Not just, oh, we're a bad team. No. Their top 4 players, who all have 60-plus points, right? So that means a goal is a point and an assist is a point. 60, they have 4 players with above 60 points, which is pretty high.
Yeah, you told me this
They
last
scored
week.
1 goal for, like, all 4 of them.
Between the 4 of them, only 1 goal?
1 goal.
Fucking useless.
And that's exactly my point, you know? So I'm going... So instead of blaming those 4 players, they'll blame the referee. They'll blame Florida. Blame this. I'm going, guys, you lost. Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up and move on. However, though, with some good news, there's also sad news. The Edmonton Oilers, the team that I was rooting for, also lost in game 6.
It's a really bad name. The Oilers?
Oil.
It just sounds like they're shitting everywhere.
Oil. In Edmonton. Oil everywhere in Alberta.
Oil?
Well, Calgary Flames. Oil Flames.
Do we have a team called Syrup?
No.
There you go.
Thank God.
That'd be ridiculous, right?
Yeah. But that they lost to, so there are no Canadian teams in the semifinals of the game. So
And we have a lot of teams.
we have 7. We don't have a lot.
Okay, I thought we had more.
We have there's 30. No, sorry, 20.
Don't we have
22 in America.
Don't we have 17 provinces?
No.
How many do we have?
Geography is terrible.
It's geography, thank you. There's a G.
No, well, I mean, remember, Yukon, Northwest, none of it has no team. Halifax, New Brunswick, Newfoundland have no team, and either Prince Edward Island. So only the 7 major provinces, and Alberta having 2, Calgary and Edmonton.
They got 2?
Ontario has Toronto, Ontario, and we used to have the Quebec Nordiques and the Montreal Canadiens, but then
Nordiques.
Nordiques. But then they got sold. The company got sold. The team got sold to Colorado.
And they're called now?
At Colorado Avalanche. They won last year, actually. So I was like, it's kind of
cool. Could have been
ours.
ours.
Yeah, so since 1993, that was the last time a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup. Since
So
1993.
long. Didn't we invent the sport? Who
Exactly.
invented the sport?
We did.
Was it Canadians?
yeah. So it's kind of sad.
Oh.
But it was all fire, the head of commissioner of NHL, it's his fault. Guys, we have 17.
We just need to
we would
lynch
need
someone.
We would need everyone to we would need every Canadian team to get into the playoffs to have the best chance possible. This year, only 3 teams got in. So already, we have such a small chance of winning. Is it his fault? Okay, maybe American players do get paid more than Canadian players. Fine. But to the point to where only 3 teams get in, well, yeah, you're already losing half your chances. To top it off, God forbid, let's just say if all teams got in, let's just say Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto got in, Edmonton, Alberta, and Vancouver got in. That's 6 teams in total. I'm missing one? What am I missing? Montreal, Toronto, Ottawa, Edmonton, Alberta. Oh, well, Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver. Sorry, 7. So all 7 wanted to get in. The teams would meet. And Winnipeg. Winnipeg has a team too. So
No, I don't want to peg.
Are you sure? And we would play each other eventually, so we would knock out our own teams eventually, right? If they were all to get in. If Montreal was first place and Toronto was 8, we play against Toronto. Then it's one of us is going to lose, so we're already losing our chances, Right. So that sucks, but it is what it is.
So what's your question?
This is my question. So Montreal also has a soccer team. They recently beat the Toronto team last week for the Canadian Championship to move on to the quarterfinals. There's a fight that broke out in the stands of the Toronto.
There's fights happening left and right.
In Toronto. And also the players. Now, it got so bad in the stands that Toronto and Montreal, the association, collectively agreed that no Toronto fans are allowed at the Montreal game and at the Toronto game. Right?
Wait, what?
Vice
versa.
Yeah,
the way you said it was no Toronto at Montreal.
Yeah.
And no Toronto at Toronto.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
So no Toronto fans are allowed to go to any of these games for the rest of the year. For those who have been charged. My question to you is, how are they going to govern if you're a Toronto fan or a Montreal fan, right?
Well, it's one of those things where you get banned from a mall or something, right? How do they even know?
This is what I'm saying. So I'm in practice, in paper, yes, that's a good call. I think it's a good call. I think for especially soccer and any sport that has a viewing audience, it should be a family-friendly environment. There shouldn't be fights like that. You should feel safe.
If you want to fight, you start a fight club and don't talk about it.
Exactly. Don't talk about it.
Don't talk about it.
Yeah. But they did. This didn't happen, right? So I'm going, how do you govern that? How are you? Because I'm thinking, what happens if a guy walks in wearing an Impact shirt, sits down, just secretly removes it? It's a Toronto shirt underneath. I got in. It's
This guy's fooled them.
It's how do you govern that is what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, that's why when I become president of the world, everyone's going to have chips in their wrists, right? And it's going to be a barcode tattoo on the outside just because that's cool, and I like that. Everyone likes tattoos, right? And when you walk somewhere you're not supposed to be, let's say there's a white person in an African neighborhood, and there's going to be a barcode on the lamppost, right? And then it goes beep, like at a grocery store.
Yeah.
And we'll say a laser fence pops up. You can't cross laser fence. This ain't your hood. You see those shoes on the power lines? Can't go here.
Your head on that. Okay.
There you go.
All right.
So it's gonna be a utopia.
Yeah, sure, buddy. Okay. Anyway,
I think segregation is very important.
So that's my sports corner for the week.
Wow.
But we're almost done. We have 4 teams left.
Yeah, and let's just keep it in the corner. Like a quiet child.
Who got raised and then snapped their neck.
Jesus Christ. Okay, that's self-referential. I like that.
Yeah.
Have you heard of a YouTuber, Trevor Jacob?
Vaguely, yeah.
You know why?
Why?
Because the motherfucker filmed himself crashing a plane on YouTube.
Okay, yes, I did see that. He's getting sued for that.
He's been,
yeah.
It's already done.
Okay,
He's
lost,
been
right?
sentenced for 20 years in prison.
I believe it for sure. That's so stupid. That's so stupid.
It's for the views.
Yeah, and that's what I'm going. You're so stupid,
Yeah.
dude.
This is why we're not famous. We're not willing to crash planes.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm
That's
not.
what was his name? Osama bin Laden.
Obama.
He was just doing it for the views.
Obama.
And he got a ton of views. And the US did not like that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I did hear about him.
That's crazy. What would be like the limit of what you would be willing to do to get famous? Absolute limit.
Absolute limit.
Absolute. Like borderline.
Something in public. Not public indecency, but like something in public, like maybe like...
Would you pee on a child?
No, I would not do that.
On a dog?
No.
An electric
Nothing
fence?
peeing.
Would you poop?
No.
Okay.
Nothing feces
Would you expose
related.
yourself in any way?
No, I would probably do like a challenge. You know what I probably would do? Be like, you know what I've always wanted to do with like the guys? Like map off an area.
I thought you were gonna say fuck for a second. you cut yourself off. Thank you.
Map out an area in Montreal, like a couple streets, like I don't know, 5 to 10 streets, right? And play the biggest game of tag. I feel like that'd be so wicked.
They made a movie about that.
Yeah, I want to do that.
It's called Tag.
Yeah, so like that's what I want to do. No, that's like I don't know, but I'm not crazy to do stuff in public. To be honest, like it's just not my thing.
So you can never be a celebrity.
But do you have to be a celebrity to do like? Do you have to do like crazy stuff to be a celebrity? I mean, he's a YouTuber. Like how celebrity are we talking here? Like
He's pretty big now.
oh yeah,
You recognized his name.
or he's recognized. You know, like there's a limit. Like
They're gonna recognize him in prison.
you know, like you know, Mr. Beast with the whole like neighborhood thing that he did. They have like a whole like neighborhood for like his workers and stuff. Did you hear
Was
about
it in
that?
Detroit?
I don't know where you bought it. To be honest.
Because you can buy a city block in Detroit for dirt cheap.
Bro, maybe it's in Detroit. I don't know, but he bought a. They're saying like, what happens like if you get fired? You like lose your house or something? You gotta move out.
That's true. Eh? What if you just don't want to do it anymore?
Exactly right. You know, so
Get evicted.
yeah, I'm not sure how great I would. But to be honest, like I'm not a crazy person. I don't like taking like a lot of risks. So I don't think I would do anything like super crazy.
No. Okay. Okay. I'd twist a child's neck. I'm kidding.
Yes, yeah.
Did you see the new swimsuit model for Adidas?
I saw that one. Isn't it? What's her face there?
No, it's what's his face? It's a dude modeling for women's.
Never mind. Never mind. Okay.
You see, and it'd be okay if he at least tried to look like a woman, but you can see his bulge and everything, so that's just not cool.
Yeah, no, it's not.
He has chest hair sticking out of the top of
Ew.
everything.
Okay.
So people are just saying, you're just gaslighting people, aren't you? You just want this exposure to be negative.
Basically, yeah.
So I just want to say, Jamal, how much would I have to pay you to squeeze yourself into a woman's...
Nope, not happening. You could stop right there.
No, I'm sure you look great.
No.
$20 million.
This guy's really trying right now. 20 million, make it $1 billion, and then we
You
could
do
talk.
it for $1 billion.
$1 billion.
$1 billion is the lowest you'd be willing to go.
Yeah, lowest, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would do it for 10 grand.
You are such a fucking whore. And you say I'm a whore.
10 grand is it's a lot.
No, about $1 billion.
That's a couple months' work.
I guess. You know what? Am I on Sports Illustrated?
Well, for the sake of this, you're just on the cover of Adidas or whatever they do.
Okay, fine, $1 million. $1 million will be good.
See, I brought him down, guys. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Talk him down. Do you run, Jamal?
I bike.
I'm gonna need you to stop.
Running?
Yeah, and biking, because this 48-year-old woman got cancer, most likely from running daily. Because every time she would run, her little itty bitty toesy woesies would rub together, right, and they would create this like itchy red spot. And one day it turned black, and black is not a good color. Like you held that in for a second.
Alright, continue.
She gets it checked out. You know what it is, Jamal? Melanoma.
Okay, let's say I don't know what that is. What is that?
Oh, it's skin cancer.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
How
anything
did
that...
you get that?
Because it rubs together.
Also, see, this is bad shoes, man.
So, what she should be wearing? Nike?
Nikkei?
Get the new Jordan?
No, honestly though, I will say, I think it's Reeboks. Reeboks and New Balance. One of the brands I know that I can't really wear because the way they design their shoes is too narrow, and I have a bit of a bunion on one of my.
Oh, that's disgusting. It's coming through your sock.
I hope so. It's fucking skin, bitch.
Ugh, that's a big
So
one.
it's like I can't wear like the slim ones. I need one a bit more wider. So I'm not like I think Reeboks is pretty good or New Balance is like really good.
Dress shoes must be a pain in the ass for you.
A little bit, yeah, but the fabric stretches, so it's okay.
You ever heard of clogs?
No.
No?
What's that?
They're wooden shoes.
No.
What do you mean, ew? Why
I don't
ew?
want that. Wooden shoes, why? I don't want to splinter my fucking toe.
Boys, it's sanded down.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
smooth.
If it's good.
It's as smooth as a child's face.
Okay.
Child, you want to twist their head up.
Jesus Christ. We're gonna call it the near the episode.
Alright, so upon hearing this, are you gonna stop?
No.
I need you to stop.
I want to die.
There you go. Oh, okay. Oh.
Please.
That's great. That's great.
Let me go.
Just let me go. Release me.
But
Oh,
speaking of models though, speaking of models on covers, Martha Stewart, 80 fucking how old? 81, 82. She was on was it Sports Illustrated or Playboy? One or the other.
No, wait. She wouldn't be on Playboy.
Hold on, I gotta look it up. I was one of
Because
the
she
other.
might be doing something very risque for Playboy, I would assume.
Martha. This is the only time I'm gonna look this up because I forgot and I saw it and
I guess it
swimsuit.
Swimsuit?
Yeah, it's a swimsuit article.
Surprised I didn't get a man.
It's Sports Illustrated swimsuit cover. Yeah, there you go.
How'd she look? Describe it for our viewers.
So she's 81.
That's enough. That's enough.
Yeah, let's go with that. I mean, listen. Good on Sports Illustrated to like maybe try and change what it means to be sexy. Because
they've been doing this for the last 3 years. They got fat bitches on there and everything.
Yeah,
So,
I will say this, right? And this is a little tangent, and I've been trying to find a place to put it. This is the best time to put it. So, are you aware of the show The Bachelor? I think you probably heard of it.
Of
The
course,
Bachelor.
it's like an early 2000s thing,
Yeah.
and I'm like a 90s child.
So The Bachelor been on the air for a good couple of years now. That show is loved by women worldwide, right? Which is so funny because it's a man dating 25 women at the same time. But no one seems to realize that it's just a guy who's like dating 25 women and just picking them off of which one he doesn't like.
Yeah, but they don't do anything, right? Like, they don't touch each other.
Oh, they make out, yeah.
What?
Yeah, no, they make out. They try not to have sex. It's happened a couple times where they've actually had sex.
They tried.
Yeah, not to, but like it's happened a couple of times. But yeah, no, I think
That's
like
not fair. That shouldn't be allowed.
he's made out with definitely like the last 10. He's made out with like all 10 of them, which is so crazy, right?
I put the limits on making out because then if you just fully have sex, the ones who have sex with them are obviously just gonna get the bonus. But then you can say that about making out too.
I don't know.
You know what? There should be no physical contact. There should be a glass wall.
Well,
between
there's a show.
Segregate
There's
the
a show on
sexes.
Netflix. I think it was like Too Hot to Handle. Did you ever
Oh
watch
yeah,
that show?
that's pretty recent too.
So it's like that one's like that same premise, but if you make out or kiss each other, money is lost. They have like so much money to split. This is a good concept.
Yeah.
So you have like $1 million, right? And you're there for like a week or something like that. And if you make out or kiss each other, it's like $1,000. Like the higher the act, the more money you lost.
Okay.
Basically. So what I'm saying is this show, men and women, if you watch that show, have you seen any fat chick in any of the seasons? I can tell you, no, you've not.
You know why? Because no one wants a fat chick.
So this is what I'm saying. So I'm going.
Oh, dude, real quick.
Yeah.
You know those, is it like Jubilee videos or whatever? Where
Yeah.
They 10 people, and
Yeah.
they line up 10 girls, and one of them's fat, and everyone's like, they can't tell her she's fat and ugly, so they're like, let's put her at number 2.
Oh my god.
And then they have, they put like this pretty good looking chick at number 10.
Yeah.
And she didn't say anything. I guess you're being too nice or too shy.
Yeah.
And then the guys come out and put them in their preferred order. The fat bitch goes to the very end immediately.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
And the shock on her face was priceless.
Oh, why are you shocked?
Because the other woman built her up. They were all like, "Oh, you look great. You're
course.
owning it. You're so confident."
whatever.
And the guys walking, don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, exactly.
You look terrible.
So that's what I'm saying. So I'm going. All these shows, right? They show up, and they make you. It's like that show right there. That show's very popular among women, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that really shows two things. One, the extravagant dates that they go on. I'm sorry. Your average fucking guy, John, isn't gonna be able to take you on the fucking cruise to Africa. Like, it's not happening.
That's right.
That's one.
That's taking you back home.
Stop. And then number two is that it's training men and women to be like, if you don't look like this, you can't have a boyfriend or you can't have a girlfriend. You have to look like that particular look. And I'm going, that's so crazy that women, they say, oh, like, we should be accepting to, like, all cultures. Oh, yeah? Let's change The Bachelor. Let's change The Bachelor. You get some fat chicks, some chicks missing some fucking limbs, some teeth missing. Let's see how good the show is then.
It depends who the Bachelor himself is then.
Even then, let's see.
Should he be in a wheelchair? Put him in a wheelchair for the first season.
This is what I'm saying. I'm going...
Call it Disabled Bachelor.
I would watch it then. I would honestly watch it then. If that was the
curious.
case. So that's what I'm going... I'm like, the show is so hypocritical of that sense, So, yeah, it's just... That shit, I find, is just so funny. So going back to Marcia Stewart, what Sport does for it, okay, great. I mean, it's good. Happy for her, but I'm going... Is this one of those things where Sports Illustrated felt the pressure to try and change the look of society, of what it deems to be sexy? Or was this actually them trying to...
I don't think it's anything about pressure. I think it's just about publicity.
Yeah?
They're like, what can they do to get...
Exactly. Money
If they put just a generic, attractive person, be like, whatever. There's like billions of pictures online of just women in swimsuits. So it's like, we'll put someone special or something different. Yeah. And there you go, Martha Stewart. Didn't she kill someone?
No, she went to jail. No, I think it's taxes or something.
Is this taxes?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's like a Jewish thing. Mm-hmm. So, it fits.
Is he Jewish?
I have no idea.
Okay, I wasn't sure. But you sound so
You say
confident
Martha Stewart, and all I think of is Diane Keaton, the actress.
You say I just think of Snoop Dogg because her and him are best friends. It's so funny.
Best friends.
Yeah, it's so funny. But yeah, Martha Stewart.
An 11-year-old boy threatened Burger King employees with a butter knife. The boy live streamed the whole thing, and it ended with him getting tasered by police.
Butter knives. Fucking take the butter knife away. How sharp is the knife?
It's a butter knife.
Exactly.
Sharp enough to cut butter.
Still want to fucking taser him. Fuck. He's
he
black?
That's irrelevant.
It's black, isn't he?
No, he's white.
Oh, okay. But if he's black, then okay.
You know how I know he's white?
How?
Because his dad defended him.
That's funny. I like that. But, yeah, that's so smart. Why taser him? Like, it's a butter knife, dude. Like, he's 11.
You think it's overkill?
Yeah.
Alright, what would you have done to the child?
Take the knife away, snap his neck. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
But take the knife away, then, like, arrest him after that.
Yeah, but see, the point of a taser, right, is that there isn't any real physical altercation.
It's a butter knife, dude. He's 11. You're a full-fledged adult.
That's what I'm saying, though, because in order
How buff is he?
The kid?
Yeah.
He's 11. He has
yeah, what the fuck, man? Like,
okay, no, but you still have to...
pull the knife away from him?
You still have to
and you fucking put his arm behind his back and you fucking arrest the guy.
You still have to physically assault him.
He's 11.
You still have to put your hands on the child.
Okay, so when you taser him, he can't consent to it then. He's fucking having the spasm on the fucking floor.
I don't know if you know this, Jamal, but a child's neck is very susceptible to violence. The taser saves the child's life.
How?
And it also withholds the pleasure of the adult.
Yeah, okay.
They're considered non-lethal weapons. Although they have killed a few people.
But still, it's a taser for an 11-year-old, dude. Listen, if it was a regular kitchen knife, dude, fine. It's a fucking butter knife.
The kid was live streaming himself, like, berating employees at Burger King. I'm sure, like, he loved this.
Oh, for sure.
He's gonna tell all his friends, I got tasered.
Yeah,
got
I guess. Yeah, I guess.
I'm famous now. And then everyone's like, did you crash a fucking plane? No, you didn't. Shut the hell up.
Yeah. Okay? You gotta get to these heights now, okay? It's the new shit that we gotta do to get there. But, okay, wow. Okay, whatever.
So like, what would you film yourself doing?
Having sex.
Ew.
I would 100% definitely on accident forget to stop recording on Twitch and like film that.
Didn't you do that once? Like you went to bed or no? I'm sure I just heard that from like anywhere.
Yeah,
Because a lot of streamers do that.
like
good night,
24-hour
guys.
live streams,
and then they think everything's off and they just go to bed and then everyone stays and texts.
No, sometimes they have like 24-hour live streams though.
And they sleep.
Yeah, they go to sleep. Yeah, like I saw this streamer I watched. She's there for 12 days, consecutive 12 days streaming, and when she go to bed, they had this ability where the chat would play Pokemon. So the bot would read the inputs, which is really funny because 100,000 people are typing, so it's A like 20,000 times, and they would actually like try and complete Pokemon while the person's sleeping.
Huh.
Yeah, they actually gotta get far sometimes. Kind of interesting.
You ever seen the Truman Show? Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I remember watching that and I was like, people are actually watching this guy sleep.
Yeah.
And then this.
Here we are.
Here we are 20 years later.
Exactly. Watching people sleep. No, I mean it's
what a dystopia we live in.
Yeah, they're crazy. But yeah, so no, that's I thought I would do something like that for sure. So I got a new segment for you.
Oh, this is the end?
Well, no, because we have that. We have what you watching.
Oh, we're doing what you
I
watching.
want to put that before what you watching.
Oh, this is.
So we always end it
okay,
with
let
what
me
you
do one
watching.
last thing.
Okay, go ahead.
And then you can do your thing.
Okay.
Okay. So I just, it's been a long day. That's not what I wanted to say. It's been a long. Shut up. Jamal is a singer. I mistakenly prompted him. I'm terribly sorry. I was gonna say it's been a long time since our dearly beloved has left this earth. The Queen is dead. I don't know if you know.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
And the numbers are out. How much do you think her funeral cost?
Oh, I didn't hear about this actually. I want to say 3 billion.
Billion?
Sorry, million.
3 million.
Yeah, 3 million.
Okay, so you're off. You want to try again?
Am I higher?
You're
or
off
lower?
by a lot.
Like higher up or lower?
Much higher.
Much higher.
Much higher.
100 million.
Keep her going.
1 billion?
No.
Okay.
That's crazy.
500 million.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stop you there.
Okay.
So 162 million pounds, or 271 million Canadian dollars, or 200 million US dollars, because our dollar sucks.
Yeah, so it's 200 million. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a lot of cheddar.
Yeah.
For a dead bitch.
Yeah, well, it's the Queen, so.
Yep.
Yeah, Queen.
Queen.
Did I take a picture of this? I want to make sure.
How much should I spend at your funeral next week? I mean,
don't. What? Next week. Don't. Just don't spend any money. My dad told me, I wonder if he still remembers this story. He said when I die, just put me in a Coke bottle. Just like put my ashes in a Coke bottle, throw it somewhere.
That's one of the jokes in The Big Lebowski. Their friend dies and they put him in a Folgers coffee can.
Yeah, it's like
because they force a receptacle on you. Like, oh, you have to pay it, and this is the lowest quality we have, which is still like $1,000.
Yeah, it's not.
And they're like, just put him in this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, no, yeah. So, that's funny. So, you've been on Reddit before, right?
Yeah, we talked about this last week.
So, yeah, Saudi confessions. Yeah. so I decided after talking about that, I said I think I'm gonna start doing this every week when I come on here.
You're gonna see all the subreddits I'm on.
I'm good. No, I told you I have no friends on the Reddit, but I'm gonna go on different threads that I like. Could be something that I just see that's popular that day, or something that I found interesting or funny, and I'm gonna share it. So today I went on r/nice guys. So not sure if you know what nice guys are. It's basically
we talked about
incels, stuff like that, who don't know how to get women, and some of the stuff is just hilarious, basically, right? So I saw this one today. I thought it was pretty funny. So the girl only says one line. The guy mostly says most of this, which is just hilarious.
That's how it always is.
Yeah.
They always talk too much.
Just a bit of background. The guy wants to make this girl his wife, even though you aren't looking for a relationship. I'll make you fall in love with me, was what was said earlier. He says this. What was I thinking? Of course those are both different. But my wife, a massage therapist, that's a flex. What should we plan for Tuesday, love? You want to go out to eat or anything? We could do anything you want. It'll be your day. Right? Says that. She goes, hey, just got off work. He goes, yay. Like the minute off. They didn't even wait a minute to respond to her. Like instantly responds to her. Yay. Sounds like you had a pretty good day at work. Drive home safe. Let me know if you want to FaceTime soon, love. 7:33 a.m. since he's not responded. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think you're fat as fuck and kind of ugly for my taste. You look like an inbred and you're weird as fuck, just like most downstate jobs. I hope you off yourself. That's probably recommended for you, big girl. Well.
He said that?
Yeah.
What a switch.
What a fuck. That's what it is.
Like a psycho.
Yeah, they just as soon as they'll get like a response to like what they want to hear, they fucking switch off. It's so funny. Like that's one.
Like it wasn't even a good roast.
Yeah, like that's one of many. Like I can go on and on with like different posts.
What's the worst thing you sent to a girl?
Worst thing?
Yeah, the worst.
To be honest, I don't like to be a dick too often. I think the worst was I just lie. I just lie.
Oh, you could have just like saved us both some time, just had a selfie. But...
No, I just lie.
Well, about what?
Well, there's like that one girl, that OnlyFans girl that I fucked, and then she was like, "Oh, like we'll see each other next week." I just blocked her. I said, "Yeah," and just blocked on everything as soon as I got to my car.
Definitely see each other.
yeah, behind her back block. So it's like, yeah, no, I blocked on everything. So, but yeah, no. So it's like that's as far as I go. I really, honestly, it's like I'm not much of a texter to begin with, so I wouldn't really do it over text. But I'm not that type of person to be like, oh, like what, you don't fucking like me? Like what the fuck's wrong with you? Like if you don't like me, you don't like me. Like. I'm not. I guess it's because I'm confident with myself. Like I'm not like, if you don't like me, like okay, cool. Like this wasn't meant to be. Too bad. Move on. Type of thing.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah. It should honestly. Yeah. So that's my verdict. We'll see next week. I don't know where I'm gonna go. Tinder. We'll see. We'll figure it out ourselves. Tinder. Nice girls maybe. So, yeah.
The new R corner.
Yeah. The new R corner. Yeah. And now, what you watching, Patrick? What you watching this week?
I don't even know what I'm. Oh, South Park.
Oh, okay. There's new episodes, or you just watching?
No. I'm collecting the seasons on DVD.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'm at season 13.
Okay, nice.
And I would say season 7 is like the cutoff from where like it's trying to be its like own thing, but they don't really have the beat yet.
Yeah.
And then 7 onwards, they
got
it. They're in the zone. It's insane. It's
great, huh?
It's great. It's so good.
So 13's what episode? What's happening in the city?
Tranny Dolphin.
Okay, great. Yeah, I think one.
I think it's Kyle becomes black.
Yeah. Okay, I know where you are. Okay, cool. I recently this is why TikTok influences me sometimes, and I see like parts of a movie and I forget about how that movie is. So I recently rewatched Monster vs. Aliens.
It's okay.
I forgot Seth Rogen was in there.
Oh, he plays the blob.
The blob, yeah. I don't like Seth Rogen, but he was really funny in that movie. I gotta say. He's got
such a specific voice. He needs to play a specific character.
Yeah, and Bob fit that character. Yeah, that was really good. The movie itself is a good movie. Honestly, it's not bad.
When the president goes up and starts
that shit.
The fucking Beverly Hills Cop theme, I was done. And it's a reference to Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah, I just love the part where like when he like runs down the stairs and before he gets to the helicopter, he like takes the gun, shoots it 5 times, he goes, "I'm brave." Just the helicopter fucking flies away. I was like, you know what? It's fucking funny. And then there's one part where they go, and Alien has landed in New York City because that's the only place that they fucking land. I was like, based. I was like, so no, honestly, movie was good. It was short. It was like only an hour and a half.
As a kids movie should be.
But it was good. It was the pace was nice. I generally enjoyed the movie. It was a good movie that I've not seen in a while. I think I'm gonna probably watch Monsters University next.
It's a prequel to Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I need to watch it again.
It's so meh, I forgot all about it.
That's why I want to watch it, because I don't remember what fucking happened. Yeah. So
Monsters Inc. though, classic.
Great movie.
Excellent. Yeah. The first part sounded nothing like the theme song, but then at the end, you got it.
Okay. I'm a singer. I'm not
That's right. He knows nothing about music.
No.
He just kind of sings some words.
Yeah, So this is Flabbergasted by Audacity. I'm Jamal.
I'm Patrick.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Snap your neck.
The decision rests with you.